So hello everyone, as you probably read in the title, because I mean, why would you click a video if you didn't even read the title? That's just weird. We're gonna be ranking every 51 of the stands in Stand Upright Rebooted. So yeah, just a quick tier list, just my opinion, and since there's way too many stands, I will not be going way too into details with each one, so we'll just rank them real quickly. So yeah, with that said, subscribe and let's get right to it. Okay, so first things first, I think we should start with the most basic stand, which should be Star Platinum. People don't give Star Platinum as much credit as he deserves. It's a pretty overpowered stand, especially for beginners, but is it worth A tier? I don't think so. So yeah, I think it might be a high B tier, but we will see how this goes. Alright, next let's do Tusk Act. Nah, it doesn't even need syncing. Same thing for Tusk Act 2. Diver Down is a pretty weird ability. Like, its whole gimmick is that you get hit for the sake of others. It's a simp stand. It is just made for simps who like to simp. That automatically makes it lose a couple of points, but it does have a cool gimmick, so maybe right here is good for it. Cream. Well, Cream is like, it's just a terrible stand. You have like this orb void thingy move and you're like, oh my god, this is so cool, and then you go and try to attack people and it's just the most pathetic thing you've ever seen in your entire life. So yeah, definitely the worst stand so far. Why is Tusk Act 2 below Tusk Act 1? This does not make sense. White Snake is pretty good. It has a lot of projectiles. I think it can be classified as a zoning stand. I think it fits in a low A tier or a high B tier, something within that range, so we'll just leave it at A tier for now. We'll see how this forms as we progress. Silver Chariot. It's a pretty basic stand. You can shoot out your sword and you have a faster barrage when you take your armor off, whatever the hell that means. I don't know where to put it honestly, so I guess C tier fits it pretty well since it's just a basic stand. Aerosmith. So Aerosmith on its own is a pretty terrible stand, but it has one of the most overpowered gimmicks in this game, which is pilot mode. So you can just cheese any NPC or maybe even players in some cases if you have a good enough attribute, but I don't think any attribute would be enough to save this stand, so it's kinda like a high C tier. It's only good for beginners who want to cheese NPCs. That's the only use it has. So next let's do Stone Free. So Stone Free is strangely similar to Sticky Fingers. I think Stone Free is inferior. It's kind of a low C tier. Again, it's a pretty basic stand. It does have some grab moves, and that's about it actually. Just has some stun and grab moves, but it lacks power, so yeah. Sticky Finger just seems appropriate to rank it now. It's just a bit higher than Stone Free because it has a move where it can like teleport on the ground and stuff. It's pretty cool. Crazy Diamond. I don't know why, but I believe the game ranks Crazy Diamond as a B-. Wait, let me just make sure real quick. It's ranked at an A-. No, no. It's not good. It's a high C tier at best. I don't think it would even be better than Aerosmith in this case. It's just not good. Why would you want stand that heals your enemies? That's the only gimmick it has. No. Okay, so for Purple Haze, its whole gimmick is that it can like summon poison smokes, and like that sounds good on paper because it can like throw bombs and summon smoke. That's really all it does, but again, it sounds good on paper, but in reality you're gonna just throw that and people are just gonna walk away from it. And the cooldowns, it's not like you can just spam them, so it's actually practical. No, it's not practical. I think it's just above Cream. Yeah, that seems about fair for it. Emperor is terrible. I did a showcase on a legendary Emperor. It could barely even do damage. I think this is the worst stand. I don't think anything will ever top this at being the worst. That sentence didn't make any sense, but you know what I mean. Okay, next let's do Star Platinum The World. I believe this is Star Platinum The World because this looks more like Star Platinum Stone Ocean. Either case, it doesn't matter unless it does. I don't know why, but Star Platinum's world feels weaker than the normal Star Platinum, even though it has more moves and it has projectiles. so it just seems like the better option. I believe Star Platinum's world has lower damage, and that automatically puts it behind. I believe the game ranks it at a C plus tier. The game ranks it at a C plus tier. I think the rankings are solely based on damage, because the normal Star Platinum is ranked at a B minus, even though it has less moves. I'm not really sure, but I think it's fair that Star Platinum's world is just a tiny bit better than the normal Star Platinum. It even has a higher barrage lens. So yeah, Silver Chariot OVA it's just Silver Chariot with more damage. It's a high C tier maybe. Gold Experience is actually a pretty decent stand. It's not mind-blowing or anything, but it's decent enough. So high B tier. Sea Moon just feels like a stand for trolling. Its design is the goofiest thing I've ever seen, and it's honestly grown on me. I love this design, even better than the original. It's just so bad that it's good. It's just art. You can't replicate this. The gravity moves are a lot of fun. You can troll your opponents all you want, and you can change the shift in gravity, and you can like run around like a maniac, so that's a lot of fun. It's a pretty good stand, and I don't know why people don't give it the credit it deserves. Okay, next let's do the hand. Okay, so the hand seems like a decent stand, but its damage is way too low for its cooldowns. It just seems ineffective. Usually the hand is kind of like an all-out offense and very low on speed, so that kind of makes sense. But in this case, it's just not powerful enough. It's still good, but yeah, not good enough. So I'd say ranking it here is a bit fair, and I'm honestly not sure about the Tuskactu, so I'll just move it right over here. Alright, next is Hierophant Green. So Hierophant Green again has one of the most powerful gimmicks in the game, which is pilot mode, so you can just sit around in any corner and troll people all you like. But other than that, the stand does have some projectiles, it has some decent moves, it has a decent barrage lens, so it's not like you're completely helpless without the pilot mode. So yeah, Hierophant Green definitely a high A tier. Next let's do Killer Queen. It's okay, but it's not very okay. I mean, you do have some sheer heart attack business going on, but that's really about it. So yeah, not entirely sure about this one, though I guess putting it at C tier seems fair for it. Definitely not above Aerosmith. Putting Aerosmith this high up is insane on its own, so yeah. Next let's do D4C. So yeah, D4C is an absolute S tier, not even with the love train, just D4C on its own. It's just amazing. You can always spam the clones after knocking someone out with like the heavy punch or something, and they'll keep comboing them without them being able to summon their stand or even fight back. You can also use the dimension hop, so yeah, it's pretty invincible even without the love train. Next let's do Killer Queen Requiem. Even so, this stand got a buff recently. I believe it got like a 50% damage buff. It still sucked, that's how bad it is. I mean, it's definitely above Killer Queen, so it's gotta be somewhere in this area. Definitely above Silver Chariot OVA, so I think a low B tier would do justice. King Crimson is a pretty good stand. You have a lot of invincibility moves, which you can attack freely in, which is absolutely broken on its own. You have parries, you have time skips, even so it erases time. I'm not gonna get into King Crimson lore, even so this is not lore, so this doesn't make any sense, but I'm recording this at 4:30 AM, so please don't think about what I'm saying. So I'll just leave it above White Snake. Actually, I think it's above Hierophant Green as well. Okay, so a bit of a controversial take, but Cars just seems like a bad alternative for vampirism. I mean, I guess it's okay, but like, again, I know I sound like a broken record, but it's just okay at best. I guess it kinda fits at a high C. Nah, it's definitely better than Killer Queen Requiem. I would say it's also better than Star Platinum, actually. So yeah, I'll leave it right here. This seems like a fair spot for it. The hand Requiem is absolutely amazing. Your M1s are the erase moves. It's absolutely broken. You can spam so many moves, and it works really well with with Hammond. So basically, if you never played with the hand, you have this move which just launches you forward, which is great for just escaping enemies and charging Hammond. So yeah, that will make the hand go up in the D tier because I completely forgot about that. It's definitely right here. Okay, I think this is the normal the world. Okay, so it doesn't have a road roller move, but it still has knife throws and time stop, which is a pretty deadly combo if you ask me. Well, I'm pretty sure it's better than all of these. It's definitely not better than Simon. Crazy Diamond Over Heaven. Okay, so Tusk Act 3 is where the Tusk Saga really starts to pick up the pace. Not really, but by this point you have way too many moves that I can't not acknowledge the stance, so maybe a high S tier, high C tier, definitely not S tier for Tusk Act 3. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Star Platinum Stone Ocean. Okay, so I believe this is the first Star Platinum stand to have a beatdown, which automatically makes it a lot better than the rest. It also has the projectile moves. It's basically just the normal Star Platinum with Star Platinum's world just mixed together, so yeah, a low A tier seems fair for it. Hierophant Grim Requiem is just absolutely broken. Yeah, it's definitely better than D4C. It has the pilot mode, and it has moves that can one-shot. It's just a pretty good stand, and combining any stand with Hammond, by the way, is just absolutely broken. Any pilot stand with Hammond, because you can just sit in your place and you can charge with no risk and just deal more damage, and if someone even manages to reach you, you will take less damage anyways. So yeah, that's pretty broken, but back to the point. This stand has a decent barrage lens, it has some pretty cool moves. Alright, we have way too many Star Platinum and the World stands, so let's just start getting rid of some of them. Star Platinum OVA is kinda like Jotaro Star Platinum with way more damage, which makes it a lot better actually. Star Platinum OVA belongs just above King Crimson. Jotaro's Star Platinum is absolutely broken. I want to put it in S tier, but I don't know, something doesn't feel right about putting it in S tier, so yeah, we'll just put it here for now. The World OVA is absolutely broken as well. It's pretty good. It has a road roller move, and the knives aren't spammable, so that puts it down. So I think being just below Star Platinum OVA fits it pretty well. The World Alternative Universe, or the World High Voltage, it's an okay stand. I don't know if it's better than the normal The World, to be honest. I don't think it is. But they're both kind of similar, so I'll put it just behind it. Okay, so The World Over Heaven. I used to main this stand for a really long time. When it comes to moves, this stand is actually pretty good, but its damage is way too low compared to the other The World stands. Again, the moveset more than makes up for it, so I think, yeah, no, it's definitely not better than Jotaro Star Platinum, but right here seems to be fair for it. Deus the World. So Deus the World, actually all of the worlds are very similar to each other, with moves being practically identical, so we'll just rank it based on the damage it does, and the game ranks it at an SS tier. That means it does more damage, and it has better moves than Jotaro Star Platinum, so it's automatically a bit better than it. Okay, Shadow the World, or Shadow D, whatever you want to call it. Its cooldowns are kinda high, but its damage is pretty good, and you can also spam knives and time stop, which you can't do in the normal time. What am I supposed to say about this? It feels okay right here. I think this fits it pretty well. And also, let's just move this down here. It's kind of getting cramped up here. Let's also move Simon down here alongside Whitesnake. As for the World Over Heaven OVA, again, it's the same issue. They're all way too similar. They're practically identical. Maybe I'll just place it right above Deus the World. Alright, Premier Nacho. It kinda feels like a cheap Hierophant Green Requiem clone without the pilot mode. Again, it's okay at best. C seems fine for it. As for Premier Nacho Requiem, is it Nacho or is it Macho? I don't even know. Oh, Premier Macho Requiem. Its only gimmick is that it has a 20-second barrage, which, yes, will absolutely insta-kill anyone it catches. It's easier to avoid than you might think. Like, you might think you just need to knock someone out, then just dash towards them, and catch them in the barrage, and that's it, you won. For some reason, it's just way too impractical when I try to use it, but yeah, it's definitely overpowered, definitely a good stand. So yeah, I think a high A tier suits it pretty well. Alright, Star Platinum over Heaven. I don't even know if this is Star Platinum over Heaven. They all look way too identical. It's not really good. It doesn't even begin to compare to The World Over Heaven. So I think I'll just leave it right below Star Platinum OVA. D4C Love Train is absolutely overpowered. It's just like the old D4C, actually identical to the old D4C, except I believe it does more damage and it has the Love Train move, which is just absolutely broken. Gold Experience Requiem is actually a pretty good stand. I know I ranked it at a top 5 in my ranking the top 5 stands video, but I've played a lot of 1v1 since then, and my opinions have changed a lot, to be honest. So yeah, I think Gold Experience Requiem, it's still a pretty good stand, it still holds up pretty well. Silver Chariot Requiem is definitely better than it. So yeah, I think Gold Experience Requiem fits just above the Hand Requiem, so yeah. Alright, I think it's appropriate to rank Silver Chariot Requiem now. I honestly didn't know how to use the stand before, and after the 1v1 game mode, I have seen some insane players. It has some insane infinite combos. Yeah, it's a pretty good stand with tons of moves. It fits right below D4C. Nah, I think it's even better than D4C actually. Silver Chariot Requiem OVA is pretty much the same, except it's better. They both seem identical to me, so yeah, I assume the OVA one is naturally better. King Crimson Requiem, I don't know why I haven't ranked this one yet, but it's just the same as King Crimson, except it has like one extra move where it like, wait, let me check it again. Launches any player in its area of effect upwards, throwing them into the floor and firing projectiles which deal damage. That isn't enough to make a notable difference in the rankings, so I'll rank it just above King Crimson since I don't really know where else to rank it. Oh yeah, also the World OVA is definitely better than Star Platinum over Heaven. Okay, so this is Star Platinum over Heaven OVA. It's absolutely broken. A lot of people, for some reason, consider it the best stand in the game. No, it's not. It doesn't even begin to compare to these two monsters. Maybe it's... yeah, it's definitely above Silver Chariot. Tusk Act 4. I don't really remember a lot about Tusk Act 4. I mean, it does have a beatdown that's absolutely broken, but so does Star Platinum. It also has a lot of mobility with the teleportation and stuff. Come to think of it, it also has a pretty lengthy barrage at 6 seconds, I believe. It also has a lot of projectiles, so it's a decent stand, but I don't think it can even compare to just using stop time and beatdown. It's just a broken combo. There's nothing you can do about it. Made in Heaven. I don't know why, but a lot of people just think Made in Heaven is overrated. No, it's not. Made in Heaven is pretty good. Yeah, this stand is pretty good. It has a lot of moves, it has a lot of stunning options, and you can also spam knives in the time acceleration thingy, and I will leave it at just below Tusk Act 4. These two. Jotaro's Star Platinum over Heaven, Dio's The World over Heaven. Yeah, a bit of a controversial one, but I think most of you know which one I'm going to pick. As much as I love Jotaro's Star Platinum over Heaven, it's inferior compared to The World. Like The World just has a lot better defense options, it has a lot better offense options. Meanwhile, with Jotaro Star Platinum, all you're gonna do is just use beatdowns, that's it. And once you avoid the beatdown, you can just... Okay, but as for why Dio's The World Over Heaven is superior, it has these spammable knives, it has that one move which makes you receive more damage, well, I mean, deal more than, well, I mean, it makes your opponent receive more damage. You have the Road Roller, it has a decent barrage length, I think it's like 4 seconds, but still for the damage this stand has, it's pretty good. And with any attribute, Dio's The World Over Heaven just, it solos everything, it's amazing. Not saying that Jotaro's Star Platinum over Heaven can't, I'm just saying they're pretty close, but I think when it comes to move, Dio's The World Over Heaven is clearly superior. Thank you for watching, hopefully this video wasn't too long. How long was it? Feel free to join my Discord server in the description, and feel free to buy my Roblox merch. I designed it myself, it's pretty good, and you should spend your money on me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.